Hello, welcome to the October 2013 video edition of the Iowa General Fund Monthly Revenue Memo. I'm Jeff Robinson, Senior Fiscal Analyst for the Iowa Legislative Services Agency, the nonpartisan support agency of the Iowa Legislature. This video will cover Iowa net general fund revenue for the first 4 months of fiscal year 2014. Over the months of July through October, Iowa net general fund revenue increased 2% compared to the same 4 months last year. While 2% revenue growth is low for any non-recession year, it does exceed the negative 1.2% growth projection established for the entire fiscal year at the October Revenue Estimating Conference. The Revenue Estimating Conference, or REC, establishes the projected revenue for the current and one succeeding fiscal year, and those projections are used by the legislature and governor for budget purposes. The month of October was a negative month for general fund receipts, as net revenue decreased $22.6 million, or 4.8%, compared to last October. Refunds are higher this October, reducing revenue comparisons $16 million. Personal and corporate income tax deposits decreased a combined $15 million, while sales and use tax deposits increased $11 million. Let's now have a look at net receipts by month over the most recent 13 months. For the following charts, the underlying numbers have not been adjusted for any calendar or processing issues. Revenue increase months are colored blue, decrease months are red. Individual income tax revenue is the most significant source of general fund revenue, and over the past 4 months, gross individual income tax revenue increased a modest 2.7%. Withholding tax deposits have increased only 1.9% so far this fiscal year. Sales and use tax revenue recovered from a soft patch for the months of March through May and has now expanded in each of the past 5 months. The fiscal year-to-date growth rate is 3.8%. Deposits of corporate tax revenue have bounced between positives and negatives over the past year, after posting very significant gains starting May 2011. Annual corporate tax revenue, net of tax refunds, stopped increasing about 1 year ago, although the overall revenue level remains near its November 2012 peak. The REC met on October 10th to revise the existing fiscal year 2014 general fund estimate and to establish the first estimate for fiscal year 2015. The 2014 estimate for net general fund revenue, excluding transfer revenue, was $6,573 million, 1.2% lower than fiscal year 2013 actual receipts. With transfers included, the growth rate projection is negative 1.1%. The negative growth rate for fiscal year 14, established by the October REC, is not a projection of an upcoming revenue recession, but instead is the result of incorporating 3 major revenue adjustments enacted by the 2013 General Assembly, adjustments that will reduce the general fund revenue stream when compared to last fiscal year. Those 3 major adjustments include, first, moving the deposit destination of $120 million in cigarette and tobacco tax revenue to a state fund outside of the general fund. This is not a change in tax rates, just a change in where the tax money is deposited. Second, moving the deposit destination of $66 million in gambling receipts to another state fund. Again, this is not a revenue change, just a change in destination. Third, increasing the state's earned income tax credit, a change projected to reduce net general fund receipts by about $30 million in fiscal year 2014. Without these 3 adjustments, the negative 1.2% REC projection for this fiscal year would likely have been positive. For fiscal year 2015, the REC established a projected growth rate of 4.3% without transfers included and 4.2% after adjustment for transfer deposits. The REC will again address fiscal year 2014 and 15 general fund revenue estimates at its December meeting. In summary, October was a negative month, and combined, the first 4 months of cash fiscal year 2014 have provided low positive growth. However, the 2% growth rate still exceeds the negative 1.2% assumed for the entire fiscal year. While all major sources of Iowa general fund revenue remain positive for the fiscal year, they are low positive rates of growth. I thank you for your time and your interest in Iowa General Fund revenue. Goodbye, and please check out the next monthly video memo in early December.